A social media parent company now is trying to be able to get a lawsuit tossed out, which was filed by families of victims of a school shooting. So lawyers for Meta now are set to be able to argue today that the suit should be thrown out based on the First Amendment. Parents of victims of the shooting in Uvalde, Texas are behind the lawsuit, and they allege the company promotes firearms to minors. 19 children and 2 teachers were killed in the shooting that happened back in 2022. And the lawsuit is now raising questions surrounding gun manufacturer liabilities as well as protections for minors online. Chief Legal Analyst Khalif Rhodes joining us now to talk about this. I mean, is this unprecedented, Khalif, trying to be able to hold a social media company accountable for influencing a shooting that happened at school?
Absolutely unprecedented. This is a newfound approach. First of all, you would have went after the original gunman. Then folks are attempting to file suits against cities, municipalities, law enforcement agencies. Then you have folks filing suits against video game manufacturers. So you've seen that. You've seen them file suits against gun manufacturers. This one against social media companies is a new stretch. What we're attempting to find is accountability somewhere. And let's be clear, folks died that day. This is an unfortunate event. Horrific. The worst situation you could ever want as a parent. You send your kids to school. You don't expect that they'll be shot at or killed while they're there. So this is obviously a problem, and as a parent, you're trying to work yourself through everything that happened, and you're figuring out, well, who's to blame? Social media companies have now ended up being the target of families trying to find blame. This one is an interesting twist. So the gun manufacturer, Daniel Defense, who makes a number of rifles, a number of pistols, I mean, they are extremely famous gun manufacturer. They're claiming, the family's claiming that this manufacturer of the game, the developer of the game, actually included their firearm in the game. Didn't have a contract with Daniel Defense, didn't have any type of agreement, but modeled their game gun after the real life gun. And they're saying because this individual played the game and used the Daniel Defense gun when he participated in the shooting, that those are enough to hold the video game manufacturer and social media company responsible. Why? Because they were making posts and advertising on their platform. So there are a number of concerns with this type of approach. The first thing that comes to mind is First Amendment protections for the gun manufacturers.
Well, the parents, obviously, of the victims of the school shooting, they're behind that lawsuit, and that's what they're alleging right now in terms of the argument. But when you talk about the First Amendment on the other side, is there a case there?
I mean, I think that the argument is twofold. First of all, social media companies have protections from third-party content placed on their site, and you want that in there for a number of reasons. If they could be held liable for any content that I put on there as a third-party user, there wouldn't be any social media companies. There would be no place to post in this public forum, because if I have to be concerned with if a random user of my platform makes a post and I can be held liable, then we just close down the platform. What you want to have is access to be able to have this free speech opportunity without accountability to me as the provider. We're seeing a pushback to that is where a number of folks are saying, not only are you letting people put this information on your site, but you're promoting it. You're doing it and you're going against your own policy. The other one was a Daniel Defense gun in the kitchen, saying, look, we should make Daniel Defense's normalizing Daniel Kitchen Defense. Those are the types of things that the family's pointing out, but Meta's hitting right back. You've put no real information to show that this person even saw the ad. You've been putting no information to show that kids have seen these ads. And if you don't have the statistics to support that in making this blanket statement that now we are somehow, liable for something that you have no connection to, is going to be the problem.
So just real quick, we have about 10 seconds left to answer this question, but for the parents right now, do you think they have a case?
I think they have a case, but they sue so many people. So do they have a case against who is probably the right question. They have a case against Meta. I don't think so. Do you have a case against any type of the Daniel Defense manufacturer? I think so. Remington most recently filed a lawsuit, settled a claim with similar facts. I think they have a claim against Daniel Defense. Any law enforcement agency that connected to this, any type of municipality, even the video game manufacturer. But to go to Meta, I think there are too many hurdles in place, and there's too much case law to support trying to hold them accountable.
Khalif Rhodes, we appreciate your insight, as always.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.